Hey everyone, how you doing? Come on in, come on in. Y'all know the deal. Let us know where you're coming in from. We're not gonna be here long tonight now. My baby has to get into bed. Was it good?
Oh, it was real good. I wish I had some more.
Get that other little piece.
No, it's okay.
No, the little piece in the middle. That's it. The other two pieces are for mom.
Um,
Ask Landon, does he want a piece?
Landon, you want a piece of salmon? Okay.
Come on, y'all. Hey, it's one of those days. Y'all can see how y'all can see how we looking. Very little sleep last night. Not enough time in the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Candia.
Thank you, Candia. It's a new style I'm trying.
We have San Antonio, Texas.
Thank you, COVID crusher.
Hey, Tina. On YouTube.
All right, TikTok, where you coming in from? Thank you so much. It's Bianca Sharp. We got Michigan in the house.
Thank y'all for the badges already.
Yeah, I like badges. Let me give y'all a little bit more who y'all want to see. She's prettier than I am.
You don't think that's a lot of room up there, or? Okay. Hey, Iris. Hey, Dominique.
We
hey,
got Chicago.
Destiny.
Got Chicago in the house. Somebody said, "Hey, GJ, no, don't. You ain't got to rub it in." I know. I just said she was pretty. You ain't got to put the way pretty in there.
Trinidad and Tobago. Is that how you say
Tobago.
it? Tobago.
I don't know.
Houston, Texas.
What's
Thank
up, Green?
you, Harriet.
Green Hammer says that we're their favorite couple. Thank you. Tabitha. We served together in Houston. I mean, in Lackland. All right, Tabitha. Is that your mate? Is Houston your mate name? Because I remember last names. So.
Yes.
But Tabitha, I was a trip to serve with in the military, wasn't it? We had some fun.
Irish, we definitely need to catch up. We need to grab lunch together or something. Hey, Taj, how you doing, boo?
Any advice for? See that one?
Which any advice? Depression. Oh, preteen depression. Get them to talking. If they're not going to talk to you, get them someone to talk to. Even if they start off like most teens will, they won't start off with a lot of information to that person until they start building a level of trust. But definitely get them to talking. That's one of the things that from a preteen depression standpoint, there's a lot that they're bottling up. And just as a parent, talk to them, help them understand that you have a open line of communication, that your door is always open for them to come as long as they continue to be respectful and honor you as their parent. We just had to have a conversation with our 15-year-old about that same thing. Yep. Just we were seeing some different behaviors in him, and making sure, like, is there any trauma that's connected to that? to those actions or that demeanor that he's giving off now, and helping him understand if there's some traumas that's connected to that. Talk to us about it.
Yes.
Is there something that we did to create that trauma? And if it is, we need to know about it so that we can fix it. We can't fix what we don't know is broken.
Yeah. Yeah. And allow us to take ownership of it.
And allow us to be
Yeah.
parents and apologize. One thing that I think this is the best advice that I can give to a parent, because some parents don't see this as a mechanism that they use in parenting to allow their child to know, like, I've been where you are.
Mhm.
I don't always get it right, and I can be held accountable for that in a respectful way. The 3 phrases that we always use with our kids always is, I apologize, please, and thank you.
Yep. Yep.
And we use those phrases with our kids because we want our kids to understand that when you come to me with a heart issue where you're sharing your heart with me, I can't take that lightly. I
Yeah.
have to understand that that's how they feel, that that's a heart issue. And let me do some self-reflecting on how I impacted that issue with my child. And be able as an adult to say, listen, I apologize. I might have missed the mark on that one.
Yeah. And it also gives them a safe place and a soft place to come rest when they need to.
Yeah. And
It does.
thank you is a way to let them know, like, I appreciate that you felt comfortable enough to come to me and share with me how you were feeling. That means that you trust me as your parent.
Yeah. And that's big. I didn't understand that. I didn't have that as a child. I didn't have the please and thank
Neither did
yous.
I.
And that's why we do it so well. And that's why we emphasize it. And my wife had to actually help me a lot with implementing it, even being okay with doing it. So if you're a parent and you've never experienced that as a child, growing up in your childhood, and you don't know how to implement that, man, get help with it.
And
But I highly encourage you implement that into your household and allow your children to have that comfortable place and that respectful place to come and be talked to.
Yeah.
And share their heart.
Yeah. Prior to me stepping back into education, I just recently stepped back into education in January, and I was in education for 15 years. And that's where I learned that. I learned it really early in my career to use those phrases with my kids. And I learned that through the kids that I had in my classroom, and how much they yearn to hear those things from their parents, and for them to be able to have their parents understand and really hear them. And I mean, and in that whole 15 years of educating, I think Joaquin and I have gained a lot of, children that call us, ma and pop.
Yeah.
Because, we were able to help them kind of turn the tables on their relationship with their own parents.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a great way for parents to learn from other parents. It's about us doing this as a community, doing it together.
Yeah, it takes a village, man.
On TikTok, Green Hammer, man, thank you for the compliment. Green Hammer said, I'm so serious. You all are funny. King and his queen, great parents. Who've been following you all for a while, man. Thank you for the support.
That is really sweet.
And hey, Houston. I forgot what I was going to say. All right, so look, y'all see the topics for today. Let us know where you're coming in from. I want to make sure I get everybody where we're coming in from. But man, we're talking about dealing with life struggles. I was reading one of those comments. Okay. How are you dealing with life struggles these days?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, she has to have somebody that she can talk to, Kelty. She has to.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, as a young lady walking through that, we definitely want to get a handle on that now before she is just completely lost in allowing somebody else to give her those experiences that she's so longing for from family. Yeah. And again, and Savannah even says it, lots of prayer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, continue to pray um, with and over her. Like, allow her to hear the prayers that are coming out of your mouth
Mhm.
for her. And she needs to hear that from mom and dad, if that's possible as well. Like, we allow our kids to hear what we are praying for them, even when we are breaking down strongholds over our kids, and when we are binding up, those spirits that we know can attack our kids. We allow our kids to hear that. And even so, I mean, those spirits of dishonesty, of disobedience, of homosexuality, and all of that. Like, we pray those things over our kids because
Yes.
we know that this is the environment and this is the times that we're living in. That we gotta call those things what they are.
Yep.
And so you have to be real and open and honest with your kids, and they have to hear that coming from you, because they can now understand that these are the things that I now have to put as a part of my vocabulary, as a part of my prayers, even for myself,
Yes.
and teaching them how to pray.
Yes.
So,
because one thing about it, yes, we can pray for them, but they can't live off of our prayers. They have to be able to stand up for themselves, and it's never too early. It's never too early.
Yeah.
On TikTok, my girl CD, she says, "How do you let go of grudges?" You just have to. It's almost like Nike. You just do it. Is it easier said than done? Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to grudges, I think it's just different stages for different grudges, I guess. But you have to get to a point where you have to be okay with things. Whether it's moving on, people hurting you, people betraying you. I learned a long time ago, probably going through our big struggle in our marriage, is I think sometimes we focus too much on why someone did something, or why something happened, instead of focusing on thanking the person for showing us who they were. And it also helped us figure out who we were in the moment and where we need to grow at. So sometimes you need to just be grateful for heartbreak, heartache, people letting you down, showing you who they are, showing you where you are in life.
Yeah.
And not, you hold on to the grudge and that grudge will pull you down. Sometimes just let go of the grudge and live your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is coming from me, who I was very vindictive. If you did something to me, I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah.
Period. Now, man, life too short.
I've never been one to hold on to grudges or to do that revengeful thing or whatnot. It's funny because I was dating this guy. Shut up, black kid. I was dating this guy. He was a nurse. And, we would go back and forth with each other during our very short relationship. And whenever we would have like these issues come up and things would happen in our little relationship, because it was just a little relationship. This is the phrase that I used to use with him all the time. And years later, after I saw him in Walmart one day, and he was like, "Stacey, do you remember you used to always say that's just the way the cookie crumbles? That's just the way that cookie crumbles." And he was like, we would move on from it, and you would be like, and I guess because I kind of knew that this relationship wasn't gonna, amount to anything. But he used to Stacey used to always say that, and it was never a, we're going to go back and we're going to always, piggyback and pull this back up into, any conversations that we had. It's like, that's just where they could crumble. How do we move forward from this? If we are, and if we not, then oh well. Yeah, I have never been one to hold grudges. Like, listen, life is way too short for me to hold a grudge against you. You are who you are. I am who I am. And this is there gonna be change created if we want to make this thing work? And if it's not, then if we just don't see that it's even worth putting that investment into changing, then okay, whatever. And that's even with friendships. I don't have a lot of 20, 30-year friendships. I don't. My best friend, she and I have been two of my best friends. We have been best friends for 16 and 17 years. That's as far back as my friendships go, and that's 2 of my girlfriends that I met in my adult life after college and in my careers. Yeah, I just, oh,
Everyone isn't able to just shrug stuff off. Some people are, especially, and it makes a difference if you want to strike the first blow. You strike the first blow, you always kind of have the upper hand. So, but it's just different people, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. And but really, life is too short. Life is too short.
we would definitely be praying for you, Melendez. Yeah, there's a lot of death going around, man.
And Reagan 0301 says, "I'm Southern. It's hard to let go." Reagan, I can't let you hold on to that. Reagan, I'm from Mississippi, Decatur, Mississippi, to be exact. You can let go of it. Sometimes we use our regional and our where we're from and what family we're from to hold on to certain things. Let it go. It really let it go. Move on. I promise you. The best way you can get back at someone is being happy and being successful. That's the best way.
Yeah, I got a lot of people that. I mean, I do. I'm not liked by everybody.
Well warranted.
Yeah, that's why
they were well warranted. They were.
It's warranted that they don't
like you. Yeah.
They don't care. So listen, y'all, listen.
Yes.
That's why I commend this man, because despite these flaws of mine, he is. But his aunt said it best on my birthday when she sent a video. She said,
"Thank you, Aunt Glory.
This woman," she said, "this woman makes my nephew one of the happiest men on earth." I said, "Come on, Aunt Glory. I make him one of the happiest men on earth. Baby, you better say it."
I'll put up a good front, y'all.
Okay. Remember that. All right. See, okay.
Hey,
okay.
Now anybody on this live and watched us know this can't be a front. This can't be a front. No, seriously, you have to. And I'm gonna say you this: when you meet someone who is for you, if they've moved on from their past, you should be able to deal with their past. In my opinion, just my opinion, because I don't think their past dictates who they are anymore. It's like a resume. A resume just tells you where someone has been. It doesn't tell you who they are now. That's it.
You have to allow them to show you.
Yep.
Show you that.
Now, understanding who they are and where they come from is very important. Let's not just be stupid now. Yeah. And it's amazing when she does stuff to me. Y'all never take up for me. Few of y'all barely take up for me. But when I say something about her, everybody want to take up for Stacey.
A mental vacay. I make my mind a movie screen during hard times. Some call it mental vacay.
Oh, I like that.
So listen, so you make it a movie screen. Girl, what's playing? Lynn.
That's good. That's good. That was quick on your feet.
That was quick. Let me say.
Don't leave me. Okay. All right.
Listen. Lynn.
So Lynn on TikTok says, "I make my mind a movie screen during hard times. Some call it mental vacay."
Girl, I guess you can say it's a mental vacation. But honey, there'll be some things playing in my mind. I will be making some movies if I turn my mind into a movie screen. Okay, I make my mind go to places of stuff I know I wouldn't do. But if I was capable, that's the movie that's gonna be playing in my mind. If I take a mental vacay.
Yeah, I'm a movie buff. So me playing a movie probably not better.
Ooh, baby, we going to Columbiana.
You assassinate people.
Baby, Yeah, shoot, we doing the transporter. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, den of thieves. Come on.
I'm going Django.
Hey, you struggling with finances in life.
Okay.
Den of thieves, the accountant.
Yeah.
Something.
But that is a cool idea though. Take yourself somewhere mentally.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, with life every day, especially in today's time, man, dealing with life it's a struggle. Dave Jones said. Yeah, it is a struggle, man. And you all have to have someone you all can talk to. I hope and pray that there's everybody on this live watching us has at least one person they can call that they can truly vent on and be real with it. Yeah. For instance, like I have a few of my homeboys right now going through some things, which we all are. And so one thing that I don't think sometimes we as men do, we don't allow iron to sharpen iron enough. And I think sometimes we get that verse of the Bible kind of misconstrued. I think we say it too soft. Iron sharpens iron, and we're like, okay, yeah, we just supposed to. No, if you ever seen iron hitting up against some other iron to smooth it out, it's rough. There's some friction up in there, and I don't think we really press each other enough sometimes to really be what we need to be for one another.
Yeah. CD says she doesn't have a social life outside of being a mother and a wife.
That's CD.
You have to have some type of outlet.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend that. Like I had to encourage my husband for years that he had to have something outside of me and the kids that he could live for, that he could look forward to. And hey, I know I'm the shiz is, but I mean, you can look forward to coming home to me all the time. You can look forward to, not knowing what I'm gonna say when you walk through the door. Hence, let me tell y'all what happened. So, about 2 weeks ago, I was planning my birthday weekend. And being two of my girlfriends were meeting in Nashville. So, of course, we were going to have some boots on the ground. Yes. We're going to have our boots on the ground. Literally, boots on the ground. So, I don't have a pair of cowgirl boots. So, I decided that I would go and buy me some cowgirl boots. Okay.
Yes, you did.
And when my husband got home, never in a million years did he expect for me to say, "Hey, babe, look at these boots. What you think?" Hard no. They were returned 2 days later.
No.
Uh-uh.
No. Your boots on the ground gonna be some sneakers.
Listen, I'm like, y'all, it was just not it. So he just never knows what he's gonna come home to, and what he's gonna hear, what I'm gonna say, and things like that. But he needed something more to look forward to than just wondering what would Stacy do today. CD, you need more. You need more.
CD, first of all, I will ask you, are you married? And if so, I would really ask you to go to your husband and tell him there needs to be some more excitement in the marriage. And if you're telling your husband that, let's make sure we clarify what excitement means. But go bowling. Do something that gets you out the house, to get you to doing something different. Especially if you can do it with your family, that would give you something to do. If you have a sister, some good friends. Oh, you say you don't have a friend. Find somebody. Social club, something. Swim. Go to the sauna. Get you a spa.
Backgammon, bongo, something.
Backgammon.
That's a game. Bongo. It's a game. I used to play bongo. I used to go and play bongo with some ladies.
Let me see what races see.
Don't do that.
See, I'm trying to see if you black or white.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it do, because I'm black. I've never heard of bongo.
Oh hell.
If you are the African American descent, if you've heard of bongo.
Y'all have heard of bongo.
And what was the other?
Backgammon.
Have I played that?
I think you've heard of that. I'm not sure if we played it together, but I think we might have. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Daphne, you said in order for okay, Daphne, I already bottled you on this. In order for your husband to find you, that means a man find what I got you. You have to act like a wife or continue being a girlfriend. Daphne, I don't totally agree with that. Not totally. Not totally.
I didn't act
For
like
personal
wife
reasons,
material.
this Joe didn't act like no
I
wife.
didn't act like wife material.
But I saw wifey material in her. Now let me ask you this. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I wasn't trying to be a husband when I met her either.
He
So
sure
let me-
was. Baby. He made that very clear. He made that very
Very
clear.
clear.
He wasn't trying to be a daddy, and he was not trying to be a husband.
You better be. Look here. One thing about me: if you met me as a woman, you didn't get no facade. You didn't get no sugar coat. This is who I am.
I was like, yo, I can't believe we still together.
I swear to God, I can't believe we're still together. We talk about this all the time. There is no way we should be together.
There is no way. But let me tell you what happened at church Sunday. So my church family think I'm already crazy, okay? So I'm sitting at the table, and this girl tells me, I asked her what she do for a living. And that's not a question that I ask a lot of people often, but she's a photographer at the church. But I asked her what does she do full time? And she says, I'm a taxidermist.
I said, oh, that's interesting. I said, I never would have saw that on you.
I said, what is that?
I said, you don't know what a taxidermy is?
So she was like, let me show you. She said, I can show you better than I can kind of explain that to you. So she pulls up this slideshow. She has her slideshow on her. Okay. So she has this slideshow. She's supposed to show me this slideshow. So Joaquin, without me hearing, he said, hey, send me that slideshow. So I'm sitting there talking to her and everything. And
I walked off, didn't I?
And yeah, so Joaquin walks off. And I'm sitting there still talking to her. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. And so I give her phone back, and she says, hey, he wants me to send the PowerPoint to him. The PowerPoint to him. And she says, do you know his phone? She said, do you know his phone number? She is talking about Joaquin. She said, he wants me to send this PowerPoint to him. Do you know his phone number? I said, oh, I'm just his wife. No, I don't know his phone number. She said, oh, I didn't know that was your husband. I said, why do you think I spend so much time around him? I said, if that was not my husband.
I'm funny.
I said,
you too tickled for that.
I said, wait a minute. I said, if that was not my husband, child, I would not spend 2 minutes around this man in church. She was like, I said, no. I said, but here's his phone number. I do have his phone number. She was like, I said, you really did not know that was my husband? She says, no, I did not know that was your husband. I said, why do you think we're around each other all the time?
So what's so funny, I come over and she tells me the same story she just told you all. And I said, I don't even like her. I said, I don't even like her. I said, I don't even know why we still married.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I said, I don't even know why we still married. I can see why you would say that. And she said, are you all sure y'all married?
No, she was like, do y'all? Yeah, she did ask us that. She did. I thought she said, do y'all really like it? Do y'all like each other?
That was the second thing.
Okay.
I said, yeah, we married. She said, do y'all like each other? I'm like, girl.
I was like, yeah. Because I told her, I said, if we were not married to each other, I said, child, he'd be all over this church. I said, he'd be up, down, and through this church, child. He said, if she was not married to me, she'd probably be married to somebody in the church.
In the church. No, she'd be done probably cause a great divide in the church.
Oh, my God. Oh, hold on, baby. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh. All right. Somebody said, there they go. Well, DJ, what's up, Jamal? What's up, Jamal? Hey, baby. Hey, that my man engaged now. Yeah. He put a ring on it. Welcome to the club. Clank, clank.
David, what's up, David?
Clank, clank.
Go back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So somebody says, "Is that the game? Is that the game to see how many words you can make on bongo?"
They didn't spell that right. I think you got another game mixed up with that.
See, I don't even know what bongo is, y'all. So
see, Melinda knows how to play both, and Melinda's black.
Melinda, where you from?
Don't do that. Oh, hold on. So, that was good.
Where?
I have
Okay.
no life as well. How do you convince significant other to live? Ooh.
Ooh, that's your
Hey, Callie.
rare breed. Rare breed. Are you married? You know, I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Or they have a significant other.
or you have a significant other, how bad do you want to live, and how bad do you want to experience life? If some people don't know how to do that for themselves, and you have to show them, and you have to experience it together. I would tell anyone, I had great dreams and big dreams to do things and live life a certain way, but it wasn't a necessity to me. But I wanted it. I didn't know how to do it and really just let go, especially with the family. I was a little too serious all the time. Who knew? My wife. You knew?
Yeah, I do.
My wife truly showed me how to just let go and take a vacation. When I take a vacation now, I vacation. Don't bother me. I ain't doing no work. I took work everywhere with me. I couldn't have no fun. Man, I'm letting loose now. We have some fun. But she had to show me how to do these things, even as frustrating as it was sometimes. And now I can plan a trip anywhere. Okay.
Yes, you can. You can plan a trip anywhere. Yeah.
So sometimes in your frustration, you have to still, if that's your significant other and that's your spouse, man, show them how you want to live and what they're missing out on in living life.
Yeah.
Because they probably never come from it. I didn't come from that. I don't remember one vacation going up as a child.
Vacations, going out to eat, and things of that nature. Like Joaquin didn't grow up with that type of lifestyle. No. He really didn't. So when I date Joaquin as if Joaquin is my boyfriend, not necessarily my husband. But I mean, he's my husband, and I love on him in that manner. But when I date him, like I date him as my boyfriend, like I really do. And I like for him to date me as his girlfriend. It's just a whole lot more fun, you know. It really is to just role play quite often. Okay. So I was talking to this wife, and she said, Stacey, I asked my husband, would he just invite me to dinner? You know, just invite me to dinner. And he told her, I don't date married women. And she said, oh, your wife. He said, I don't make exceptions. He said, I don't make exceptions for you. I said, girl.
That's good. That's a good one. Hey, whoever that man was, kudos to you. That's a good one.
So he went home day married women.
He making no exceptions.
He said, and she said, but I'm your wife. He said, I ain't making no exceptions, not even for you. That's why I do not date my husband as his wife. I date him as his girlfriend.
Oh, that's fun now. That's funny.
Call me Michelle. Scream my name.
Michelle. Remember the clock? Eddie Murphy when grandma was like, Michelle. Hey, y'all have to have fun.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is about how the enemy makes us feel like we can't have any fun now that you're married. Marriage is a serious covenant, but marriage is also a covenant of joy, love, peace. You know, you still have to live life.
Yeah.
It's amazing that the things you used to think about, the things you would do when you were single, where do those go to when you get married? Where does the excitement go? Why do you put that up? Now, and granted, there are seasons to this. When we had little kids at the house, when our finances were nothing.
But we did find ways, though. We eventually found ways to kind of do what we're talking about. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
But we made it simple, and that's what the base and the foundation of our marriage is so built on and from. When we only had money enough to, our date nights was going to Baskin Robbins or McDonald's and get some ice cream, and just talking to each other. crying with each other about, man, I want this. I hope we get back on point for this. Man, one day we're going to be able to do this. That's where your marriage and stuff is going to start from. That's when you build that relationship with one another that is unbreakable.
Mhm. Yeah, we come on every Monday around 9:15, 9:20, every Monday night.
Yeah, I would say this, and I think a lot of women do this, men as well, but a lot of women. I think we have a lot of women have a facade of what a man's supposed to be once you all are together, and you don't realize that you have to build that man to be what you need for him to be,
Mhm.
and that's a struggle because we are hardwired to be simple, and you all are a little multi-functional.
Yeah.
But I think the beauty is in the process, and I think that's why I love our marriage because I love the beauty of the journey. I am loving the beauty of the journey, but I also know that I have to love my wife right where she is, and if I want her to be something that I desire from her, I have to love her to that,
Mhm.
and that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough when she doesn't even show that she is capable of being what you need for her to be. But are you capable of being the teacher that she needs for you to be that so she can be what you need for her to be, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so that I think some of that answers your question, Casimir. So what did it take to get you to the point where we are now? Like, man, it took work. Like we had to treat our marriage, our relationship with each other, our friendship like it was a full-time job. Like for real.
80 hours a week, sometime 90.
And it was worth it, wasn't it?
It's getting there.
It's getting worth it. It's getting worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth it yet.
It's getting more and more worth
Well,
it.
I will say that it is very worth it. Okay,
It is.
It's not getting there.
No, it's going to get. It's only going to get better for us.
Oh, look at you.
No, it's only going to get better.
Sweet.
No, it's being. Yeah, I'm being sweet. Caught myself, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But no, seriously, I never want to think. I never want to feel like we've come to a point where we've grown out or grown as much as we're going to grow. No, we're getting there, and it's only going to get gooder and gooder.
Mm-hmm.
I speak that for my marriage. Even we were speaking that for our marriage, even when we weren't even out of the dark place yet.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to start. That's where you have to start being.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's what it took. It took for us. We struggled. We struggled in our marriage. And I'll say I struggled just as an individual to understand what marriage could look like, what it could sound like, what it could feel like. And I yearned for that.
And I struggle with her struggling because I'm like, this your third one. What haven't you figured out yet?
Like,
I mean, God, dogs.
well, how many lessons does it take? I'm a slow learner. I'm a slow learner when it comes to. I'm a slow learner when it comes to like the life things, like the common sense thing, the street sense kind of thing. I'm a slow learner.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't.
Give me a book.
No, she ain't. She ain't slow learning that. She's slow learning certain things. Because when it came to running game and trying to do stuff like that, she on point. You hear me? Common sense, my but
his uncle told me, game recognized game.
Boom. And I used to call out on it. And let me say this.
But he used to give me my props too, y'all. He used to be like, "Oh, you good."
Oh, I used to tell. I was like, "Oh, that was smooth. I saw that."
Don't you try it no more.
Don't you try that.
Don't you try that no more. That's what he used to tell me.
Yep. And she
Take one of those ones.
Yeah, she used to get pissed off too. She was like, "I can't stand you." Like, no. Can't stand you. But no, seriously, it takes work, and it takes dying to yourself. So many people think that what you're doing in the rate that you're growing in, the other person should be growing as well. That's not your job. That's not your position to be worried about how they're growing. If you're growing and you're helping them grow, let them grow at their own point. Because there was a point in our relationship where my wife spiritually, emotionally, lovingly, and everything went to another level. I mean, left me in the dust. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And there was a point I was jealous. Can I be real with y'all? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I almost got jealous of my wife growth because I thought she should hurt more because of what she did to us. When inevitably, y'all just heard her say earlier, she can let go of stuff because she didn't, the blow. She threw the first blow. If I threw the first blow up, it probably would have been different, y'all. But my wife truly wanted to be what she needed to be for her. And I'm gonna say her because she couldn't be what I needed for her to grow. She needed to be what she wanted to be and what God wanted her to be. And when she started growing, I was jealous. I don't know if any of y'all men ever just be real with y'all wives like this, or your wives be real with your husband. I was jealous. But I started looking at it from this perspective. Let me take that as a challenge. If she can grow, I can grow. And I had to look inwardly and say, you know what? I need to let go of some stuff. Just like I told young lady earlier, I don't care if you're from the South or what. At some point in your life, you got to say, grow up. Try that childish stuff. I'm not allowing no other person, not even me, to for me to stop from growing to where I want to be. Yeah, your child. You know she's childish. She's very childish. Y'all know she's very childish. Y'all know she's childish. Every time she open her mouth, childish.
Swallow all them kids. Swallow all them kids, baby. Your day start to sound like
childish. Yeah. So y'all gotta be real with it. But first, it takes you looking in the mirror saying, "Hey, who do I need to be real with? I gotta be real with me." And when you start growing and you start basking in who you purpose to be, nobody else matters. Your growth will grow people that are close to you that should grow with you. And while you're growing, the ones that should fall off. Yeah. Real talk.
Yeah.
Gina Bina says, do you all think that communication is the biggest thing in a relationship? Hell yes.
Mm-hmm. And you got the pastor cussing.
Hell is not even.
It's really not.
Yeah,
it's not.
I would just want to say hell to put an emphasis on it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we over communicate. I did not agree with that term when my wife first presented it to me in a marriage.
What?
Over communicate. Oh, I don't gotta over communicate. Just tell me what you want and I'll figure it out. But it didn't make sense for me not to over communicate in my marriage. When I over communicated in the military, I over communicated with other people, over communicated, in this business. Then I would get to my marriage and say, just tell me one time and I'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. You have to over communicate. Yeah. And this is the thing. You can especially women talking to men. If you're gonna over communicate, please don't talk down to your husband. Don't belittle him. It's gonna be a way you and men don't how can I say it? Don't be
so authoritative.
So authoritative and control. They're controlling. That's the word I was looking for. Brain freeze. Don't be so controlling when you're telling your wife something or remind her of something. It's a way you do that. My wife was smooth with it. I'm gonna give y'all a little hint. If she said she wanted me to start dating her, dating that other chick, I was always work oriented. I want to work. I want to make sure I'm providing. If I said I was dating her on Wednesday and I told her Saturday, Sunday, she would remind me, she's like, Joaquin, I'm so excited about Wednesday. Tuesday, she was like, or Sunday, she was like, ooh, where'd you make the reservations? Because she wants me to make reservations, do this, do that. I forgot. I ain't gonna lie to you, I forgot. So my wife would do those little things to let me know that she was excited about what I promised her. But she was slickly reminding me to make sure that this gets done. See, now I'm catching on to it, but I appreciate it because now she's not throwing it in my face. She's not making me feel like, I'm not up to the task. Everything was lovingly.
And if he had to,
and that's game, y'all.
And if he canceled it, I didn't make him feel bad about it. I did.
No. If I canceled, I had to make sure that this is the thing though. What are you going to do if you have to cancel? What's the follow-up? Hey, I'm canceling this for tonight, but Friday we already have this set up. You have to be real with it. Yeah. Over communication.
I taught him well, y'all. But I tell y'all this. I would tell y'all. Pat myself on the back. But anyway.
Childish.
So listen, I tell you this: I am a teacher on and in purpose. I was purposed to be a teacher.
But don't let her teach you all of what she wants. You got to make
Right.
sure you know what.
You have to know what you want as well. And those things have to be incorporated into the lesson that is being learned. And that went for me too. Like I had to, when Joaquin became the teacher,
Who said I'm a minister?
when Joaquin was teaching me, I had to be the student, but I had to also receive the lesson that was being learned. And I had to implement that lesson as well. I had to learn how to like do the math. I had to work the problem out. And if you don't work the problem out, if you don't, and not necessarily the problem, but if you don't implement the lesson that you are learning in how to love your spouse and how to be what your spouse needs them to be, it's just going to go fall by the wayside because you're not doing nothing.
See, y'all believe everything Stacey say. Didn't she say he was a pastor? She was just.
Okay. Listen, how do you manage disruptive external forces? We don't have those. Yeah. We learn. We nip those in the bud.
And she's not saying it. She's not saying it.
Yeah. To be arrogant or cocky or anything. We do not have external disruptive forces. Not even our kids.
No.
We have boundaries in our marriage. And I will be honest with you. We had to set those boundaries early in our relationship. And Joaquin taught me that. Because I didn't have any boundaries from my family. I didn't have any boundaries when it came to like some of my friends and things of that nature. But those disruptive external forces, won't have those. Oh no. And the people around us that know us, that really like understand our marriage.
People don't gossip around us. They don't bring mess toward us. I just don't.
We don't.
Not dealing with it.
No.
We just not dealing with it. And this is the thing. Yes, you're going to be called things. You're going to be told that, oh, you think you're good than us. Or you think you're better than us. Oh, you just unchanged. Thank you for noticing.
I got a lot of that, y'all.
And it's okay.
I got a lot.
It's okay.
Of that.
If you're not changing, you're dying. Period. Yep. And this is the thing. Family is the main entity that will make you feel like you are nothing and you are turning your back on stuff. And you have to be okay with that.
And you got to be okay with that.
This right here, this is my family.
Yeah.
Once I got married to my wife, my family is a very close part to me in my heart and who I am. But because of who they made me to be, that's why I can stand on who I am. Right here.
Serious, don't come on here acting crazy. Serious.
What's serious?
Serious is YouTube.
What's up, Serious?
Yeah, it does. Janice, it comes with maturity. It definitely comes with maturity, but we don't. And we are extremely extreme. We honor that we don't have those external forces that play a part in our. No, this is too valuable to us to allow that in. We struggled for a very long time to have that peace. And when people come to our house, we want them to feel that peace when they walk through the door.
And that's one of the comments we get a lot when people visit our house. It's like, man, it's so peaceful in here. Yeah. Now, it may not feel peaceful once you start having fun with us. You know, we're going to have some fun. But peace, no, we don't have no heaviness in our house.
Yeah.
And that's intentional. The way we just pray for our house, the way we just are intentional with not allowing stuff into our house that's going to affect us. Period. And that comes with a lot of no's. No, I can't do it. But I can't do it.
Yeah, that's value. Our peace is so valuable to us, y'all.
Y'all take this and run with it because I know y'all always do. The saying is, Peace is gained by the spoonfuls, but it's given away by the buckets. See, once you give your peace away, you've worked so hard taking spoonfuls of stuff to fill your barrels with peace. And then when you allow somebody who is your family member, or they love you, or you're supposed to be my guy, my friend, and then you give that peace away, you give it away by the buckets. And now what? We got to start all the way back over. Now we're broken. Now we don't want to trust people. Now we don't want to trust who we are. No, you ain't getting my peace.
So let me tell y'all something that happened, okay?
I'm gonna tell you something. You ain't never serious. You ain't never serious. I'm gonna tell you something. This is the balance that you want to get with us. I'm trying to have a moment, and she can't help it. People on here always say this. She can't go 15 minutes. She can't go 15 minutes without.
I'm gonna be serious.
Okay.
So one Sunday morning, So one Sunday morning, I posted this video about my sister. I had about my biological sister, and it was a joke. It was a joke, but it was real life. Okay, it was something my sister had lived. Okay, so no, I posted it on a Saturday. Yeah. That Sunday morning, I get a call from my sister, and she's in tears, y'all. And she was like, "Take that post down. Take that post down." All this stuff, and I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, you gonna be okay? I was like, "I'll take it down." Didn't mean to hurt your feelings or anything. But it was true. The post was true, but it was comical. So I have a brother that's 6 years younger than me. No, it was very comical. Stop, like it was very comical. So I said that I got a phone call. I'm gonna tell you a joke. I said I got a phone call that said that I could get $10 million.
20 million.
I would get $20 million. Yeah, this was a joke, y'all. And I would get $20 million. But I had to send one family member to jail, okay, to get this $20 million. And I said, I'll just send my sister. She's done federal time. The state time would be easy for her. I did tell you. And so, it was funny. And I really thought that my sister would think it was funny too. But my little brother called my sister and asked her what she get mad for. She said, "Shit, Stacey should have called me and told me." She said, "Stacey should have called me and told me 20 million. Yeah, I'm going." I said, "Baby, I have 4 million waiting for you when you get out." My brother was like, "I know." I said, "Your family gonna be taken care of." Anyway, my sister did not like that I put that out there and said that she had done federal time. But I had to understand that wasn't my story to tell. But I didn't know that my sister hadn't told her story either. And my sister has a testimony. She really has a testimony. And that's how we overcome, is by the words of our testimony.
Yeah.
My sister has overcome. She thrives in entrepreneurship at this current time. And my sister served time over 20 years ago. But she did not like that I said that joke and I put her name in that joke by saying, "I'll just have her," because she did time. But I'm going to tell y'all something. My sister-in-law, because my biological sister, it was like trying to disturb our peace in our home. Like, she took it that far. My sister-in-law, she called my sister-in-law and she was talking to my brother. And my sister-in-law and my brother know. They were like, "Now, Stacey crazy. Stacey will say anything, okay? She likes to have fun." And so my sister made the comment to my sister-in-law and said, "Well, I feel like she needs to apologize to me. And she needs to apologize to me in the same manner that she put my name out there on social media." Not gonna happen. Okay. Now, so when she said that, my sister-in-law said, "Now, Kim." My sister, she said, "Now, Kim, we all know Stacey, right?" She said, "Now, Stacey just left the country for 2.5 months and didn't talk to none of us. She said, do you think Stacey gonna have a problem not talking to you again because she needs to apologize to you on social media? She said, I think you really need to rethink that. She said, I really think you need to rethink what your expectations of Stacey. So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, people who know me, no, I didn't mean any harm in that. But my sister-in-law told her, I think you need to rethink your expectations of Stacey. Because if she can go 2.5 months without talking to anybody in the family, she can definitely go a whole 2 years without ever talking to you again. We don't allow people to disturb our peace. Like, my family and the people who know me know I'm ignorant, okay? But I will tell you this. I did apologize to her. Because I had to hear her heart. Again, I had to hear her heart and know that hurt her.
What was the first thing I said?
What was the first thing you said?
When she said, she didn't like that, I said, well, when you were to say.
Yeah, it wasn't. Why can't he said it wasn't yours to tell? So I did. I apologized. I apologized to her. And I was like, listen, never in a million years, I mean to embarrass you or anything. But I also shared with her, I said, you have a testimony that is powerful. Yeah. That people need to hear. I said, and it's not my story to tell. You are so right. And what I did do, though, is I completely took that video off my platform. Yeah. Completely. Oh, yeah, she forgave me. She did.
Oh, yeah.
She forgave me.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. Some people haven't come to grips with who they were opposed to who they are. And that's just the real of it. But people don't realize when you truly accept who you were and just take that all in and be like, man, look at where you are now. Man, please. That's just like somebody come up to me right now and saying, man, you were sure a whoremonger back in the day. I'm like, I sure was. I was a good one too. Man, I was out there. Because it's true. Mm-hmm. I do. I don't get the big head about it, but I was. You can't say nothing about me that I was because I know who I am now. But just know that's who I was. That's past tense. Yeah. And because of who I am is why I can be in front of people today and help them get to where they need to be. Because I'm okay with being who I am. I'm okay. I'm okay with the road that I had to struggle with. Yeah.
And we're so transparent because we know. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna say this: whoever doesn't like where I've been and who I was and can't accept my story, my testimony, you're not for my future. You're not for my present or my future. Well, I don't like what you used to be in your past. You have no dog in this fight. You have no dog in this fight. You were a part of my past. Mm-hmm. You just have to make it to the present and the future. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why we're so transparent.
What happened?
We are extremely transparent about us.
Oh, Katie, how many times has she been engaged? She's been engaged 11 times.
Who asked that question?
Katie, go ahead.
Katie, don't do that. Thank you, Katie. Don't do that, Katie.
Yeah, she gonna ask me about my past and she's been proposed to 11 times. Don't ask me nothing.
Oh gosh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and not everybody. Oh, you so sweet to her. Y'all don't be boosting his head up.
She know I am. And look, my wife had a horrible day. I had some time today. Guess what I took her? What I bring you for lunch, baby?
He bought me a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
If that ain't the most good.
If that ain't what?
What? That's one of her Caucasian side meals.
So listen. He really is sweet to me. He is.
And then when she got home,
11 times, Lordy.
It's real.
Yes. So I text him. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I text Joaquin and I said, baby, yeah, this is a
Katie. I'm sorry, Katie.
I said, baby, this is a really wild Monday. I was like, I am already exhausted and it's not even 11 o'clock. And he was like, so do I need to bring you lunch? And I said, yeah, you can bring me lunch. and he was like, you said salmon or a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, ooh, a peanut butter and banana sandwich sounds really good. And he was like, so is that a yes?
Over communication.
No. No, this was him annoying me.
No.
Yes, it was,
If-
Joaquin.
I know my wife. She said that sounds good. She didn't say yes. She did not give me a direct. No, she did not give me an absolute.
Okay.
I know my wife.
Okay, so
Because if I showed up with that banana and peanut butter sandwich, and she'd be like, "Well, baby, I wanted to."
1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. We are not listening to him right now. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on Miss Stacy. Okay? That's how I can do my kids.
Told you. That's that teacher stuff. She want all eyes on her. Y'all heard it, right?
All eyes on me right now. Okay? Now, listen. So he says, so is that a yes? I put the emphasis. Y'all know how you can hold on to that comment and put those little emojis. I put the emphasis on it. That's a yes, y'all?
That is not a yes.
That's a yes.
That does not correlate to YES. No, it does not. No, it does not.
Okay.
This is what she said. She said that sounds good. Exclamation points. That's not a yes.
No. When you said, does that mean yes? And I put the exclamation point on that means yes.
You know what that meant to me? You know what that meant to me? That meant this.
That did not. See, you see how this is crazy. How do you not know? Okay.
I'll tell you what, I
So
got clarity.
listen.
I got clarity.
So listen.
I got clarity.
Listen. I said. And
Yes,
so
that
he
is,
said,
no, it's not.
Yes,
No, it is not.
That is yes.
Yes, it does. No, it
Yes,
is. No, it doesn't.
does. Okay, so Doc talking about you gotta say it.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay, so listen.
we men. We get tired.
Oh,
We get tired of.
my
We get tired
God.
every time we do stuff. Why you didn't hear me correctly? No. Tell me yes. What? Yes. I asked you a question. I asked you a yes or no question. Did I? Did or not? Did I not ask you a yes or no question?
And I felt like I answered.
No. I ain't asked what you feel.
Yes,
I ain't asked what you feel.
Yes. You asked me a yes. Do you want? And I said, ooh, a peanut butter and. So I was telling you what I wanted.
No.
I said
you?
nothing about the salmon.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. with your teacher of the year and all this stuff. Look here. When you ask your children or your kids or your people at work a yes or no question, you expect what? On the cooking show. Do you understand? What do you say?
Yes, chef. Or we shall. Listen, okay. But here's where we are. I put the exclamation points up there. He texts me back. And he said, is that a yes? So is that a yes? Y'all, I picked up the phone so fast. I picked up the phone so fast and called him. I said, why do you do this? I said, you're trying to annoy me. And he was like, no, I just want you to tell me yes or no. I was like, it means yes.
Well, apparently I didn't know what that means. So guess what I want to do? Get clarity.
Oh my goodness.
Now mark my word. Y'all mark this down. It is the 28th. Today is the 28th of April, 2025. The next time she sends me a text and I see the exclamation point and I get there and it's not what she wanted, we're gonna talk about this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It is not
yes,
going
it
to
is.
happen.
Because that particular time you're going to mean something totally different. And then you're going to say, well, why can't I thought you should have known.
I just need you to trust
Matter of
me.
fact, what did you ask? What did she? Let me ask you. Let me tell you what she said when I handed her sandwich. She looked in my truck. No. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See? No. This is what I'm talking about. I handed her sandwich. She looks off in my truck and gives me a kiss and says, "You didn't bring me nothing to drink." You didn't bring nothing to drink.
Disclaimer. Who in the hell brings you lunch and don't bring you nothing to drink?
The one didn't ask for it. My point is proven, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is, boy,
Man,
Woo.
stop. Just stop
Us
it.
men, we go through it. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
hey, DJ Jamar, you better
Doc,
get used to it.
Doc.
This marriage thing.
Doc,
Come on, Doc.
I'm about to block
Come on,
you.
Doc.
I'm about to block
Come on,
you.
Doc.
I'm about to make
We
you
don't,
get out.
we don't read minds, Doc.
Y'all need to quit.
Because, and this is the thing. This is what I told her. I said, well, I can go buy you this. No, I'm not drinking those right now. When you started this? Well, I started that last week. I didn't know this. Now, if I'd have brought something for her to drink that I wanted her to drink, you know what she'd have said?
No. What would you have bought me? What would you have bought me to drink? Like, seriously, what would you have bought me to drink? Come on now. Don't do that. Do not do that. You know, if you would have bought me something to drink from home, what would it have been?
Either sweet tea or the ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Exactly.
But this is the thing. If I'd have stopped somewhere and bought something, and she only drinks one kind of ginger ale, y'all.
One.
So if I'd have stopped and got some Canadian dry, guess what she'd have done? Now, if I'd have burnt my gas, my time, and all this stuff to stop and get her some Canadian dry ginger ale and pulled up with this, she'd have reached for it and be like, get you on the board. Like my time and effort and money ain't good enough because she don't want to do Canadian dry. So guess what? I brought what was asked of me.
He just bought me a sandwich. And y'all, let me tell y'all, we were sitting there having a conversation. I was so hungry.
She ate that
I
sandwich.
ate that sandwich right there.
So once again, is communication important? Absolutely. Is it good to over communicate? Absolutely. When we do marriage retreats, when we do marriage seminars, when we're talking to people, we give them examples. We actually walk through things and have other couples walk through things or scenarios and teach them how to over communicate in ways that they've never done it before. Or we teach them how to do things. And let me say this, these are very professional people, but they don't talk on the same level because sometimes people don't know how to switch their professional mindset off and just simplify things. Mm-hmm. KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. So
keep it simple, sweetie. Not stupid.
I actually drank water. I had some bottles of Fiji water in my office.
What kind?
Fiji.
Because she ain't gonna drink the regular Walmart water. It don't taste right.
I'm not gonna drink that, and I'm not gonna drink it out the faucet. So
she gonna fall out one day. I'm thinking she gonna pass out. I'm telling you right now, I drink spring water. Remember, y'all, from Decatur, Mississippi. I drink some creek water.
Mm-hmm. I know, not him not knowing that I have to have something to drink with my sandwich.
Lemon Bean, we were just talking about communication. Did she communicate that?
It comes with the meal. I didn't just order.
He
said I just ordered the sandwich. No. I didn't order the meal.
Stephanie, hey, when you go to a restaurant, even a fast food restaurant, they say, do you want the combo or just a sandwich? You have a choice. You say combo, you get a drink with that and a side. She didn't say nothing about a side or a drink. So I guess she just wanted the sandwich today. I'm with Doc. I am not a mind reader.
Yep.
And yes, Queen, hey, I accept that. Queen says, you have to draw things out for men. Most men will probably get offended by that. You ain't got to do nothing for me. Draw it for me. See, when you treat your marriage and your spouse seemingly like a child, you don't have big mistakes. If you're teaching your child or teaching a child how to walk, you're right there with them. Hey, if they fall, you pick them back up. You do this. That's how you treat your marriage. When you get to the point where you don't think your marriage needs any work or you need any work, you're too grown for your britches. That's what my grandparents used to say. Too grown for your britches. You know everything, huh? We're going to keep this simplified around here.
Shakira, the best way to get me is to
feed her.
The best way to contact me.
Oh, okay.
Is to email me, dear. blendedandwinning@gmail.com.
Yeah. If anyone would like to book us for any speaking events or that's separate altogether. You want to book us for a retreat, marriage retreat, anything like that, hey, blendedandwinning@gmail.com. We ain't hard to find.
Happy life, happy wife.
I don't do that
wife,
stuff.
happy life. Oh, it's happy spouse, happy house over here.
She ain't gonna be the only one happy up in there.
Nah, I don't want to be the only one happy over here. Oh, but this is what I was gonna tell y'all before we get off. Will someone ask Joaquin, when did I become his best friend? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on Joaquin. When did I become your best friend?
You said somebody don't never ask me.
Okay.
Ain't nobody asked me nothing.
Okay, nobody asked him nothing. Okay. There you go. When did she become your BFF?
Queen.
Thank you, Queen.
First of all,
you follow directions well. You get a sticker.
Who gave me the camp? Who gave me the camp here?
Yeah. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Gina Bina. Thank you. Something funny.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh.
I was just gonna say that the doctor asked that question. I was like, doctor, you done turned on me.
Yeah.
Look at Doc laughing. Look at Doc laughing.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. When did I become your best friend?
She became my best friend last year. 16 years of marriage. She became my best friend. Hey, friendship takes time. I don't just meet people and they become my friends.
You need to stop. You really need to stop.
What?
So let me tell y'all. Yes, shut the front door. Yes.
Well, let me say this.
Yes.
Well, hey, can y'all hear my story? Can you hear my side? Will you get the really? Can you hear my side? I'm gonna go back to what old girl said. I'm Southern. I had to get over some things, y'all. My story is my wife was she's probably the closest thing to being a friend from a female perspective upon marriage that I'd ever had. However, somebody said 1, 2, 3, go. Gina Bina, you need to go home, go to bed. There was some damaging moments in our marriage, and I don't. When I consider someone a friend is someone I trust completely. I trust a friend to tell me the truth at all times, whether it hurts me or not. I consider a friend to be someone I can trust whether I'm there or not. Well, early on in our marriage, my wife proved that she was not friendship material. That's why she said she don't have friends, period. So now that y'all let me get my friendship, my side of the story out, you'll understand why it took 16 years for her to be my friend. No. It's my story. You said 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was on him. Let me tell my story. Now, like I was saying, so after we worked on our marriage and we got back right, I still was reluctant to allow my wife to be my best friend because I truly think your best friend is someone you can be able to tell them anything. And I could to a certain extent. I didn't want to trust anymore. I did not want to allow my wife to have cross certain boundaries with me. But then it hit me while we were in Canada.
I don't know. Were we in Canada? I don't know.
When did I tell you?
Because you didn't tell me until like really, really recent. Like I would say in the last 6 months is when
you
told me.
When we came back from Canada. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we were in Canada, man, it really some things just came to perspective to me. And when we used to tell people, hey, life is too short, it really hit me while we were in Canada doing the documentary. And life is too short. And I really started really focusing on how close me and Stacy really are and where we come from. And I literally went, it was in Canada. I went and turned to, I said, you know what? I said, Stacy, you my best friend. And when I told her, she almost started crying, y'all. She was like, you for real? Then she said, what changed? I was like, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. This is my dog right here. This is my ride or die. So when we tell people you have to get over things, you have to let go of things, we're not telling you all that because we read a book. We're telling you all these things because we've lived these things. We've experienced holding on to stuff too long. And then we come to a grips and say, you know what? Why? I have to give my wife, I don't have to give her some rope. I have to give her the whole freaking spool of rope so she can do with it as she may. If she contaminates that rope and throws it away, that's on her. Because then I'm gone. But if she uses that rope properly for the marriage, for us, we're good. But we have to, if you're going to love someone, you have to be able to love them for who they are, where they are, and build them for who you need for them to be, and not focus on who they used to be. So
you read Queen's
is my wife my best friend? You best believe it. Did it take her some time? But she's proven herself, y'all. A friend is proven. She proved herself. Oh, Queen says, wait, what did she do? You hung on that for a year? Yeah, she cheated on me, Queen. She cheated on me. I don't play that. If you want to cheat, we could just stay single and just do what we want to do, just like she did with the nurse guy. So, that's the way cookie crumbles. You had to wait 16 years to get the friendship. That's where the cookie crumbles.
And it used to piss me off.
That was good.
When that is not good. Don't use my words against me. Don't be trying to use my words in the way that I use it, sir. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell y'all.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
It ain't even about that. It is about the whole point. Okay? That it took him that long. And I'm going to tell you, I used to always say, like, this is my best friend. Like, he's my friend. And he used to always say, but you ain't my best friend. And he used to mean, when I tell y'all, he used to mean it, just like, he childish. He is very childish. Extremely childish. Okay?
Don't do that.
Listen.
Yeah, she cheated.
Yeah,
she cheated.
And listen, so I'm like, and he used to come up with these excuses as to why I was not his best friend.
Did you come with excuses?
I don't want to.
This ain't about you. It's about me. Okay. Go ahead.
He told with all these excuses as to why I was not his friend. I ain't your friend. You my wife. You my wife. You ain't my friend. You my wife. I'm like, but I mean, it used to hurt my feelings.
I didn't know it hurt.
So when he finally said it with no unctioning, with no like nudging from me, it meant everything to me. It meant everything to me. But even though it used to hurt my feelings when he used to tell me that I was not his best friend, I still didn't allow that to make me different with my husband. He was still my best friend.
Because she understood where I was coming from. Seriously. Now let's be real from this. My wife understood why I was saying what I was saying, but she also had to understand this. I looked at her as my wife way more than a best friend. But whatever clicked in my brain to understand why she was saying she was my best friend, it made me understand. And this is why it's so good to get over trauma. It's so good to get over pain internally, spiritually, all this stuff. Because it will make you view things differently than what they should be. When you get married, everything should start over, and that marriage should be started from a friendship basis, which, i.e., turns into a friendship. But when that thing is tarnished and it is tainted, and you don't start it over the right way, then that's when you have a hindrance on getting clarity on things. Because once she did what she did, it shattered my viewpoint of what wife and husband should be. Friends, I ain't your friend. No, I'm your husband. That carries a whole lot more weight than friend.
Miss Mansfield and Queen. So this all happened our 1.5, 2 years of marriage.
Yeah, we wasn't even with.
Yeah. So I mean, we let me tell you, our marriage is not perfect, but we have worked hard to get to where we are.
And let me say this: it's not. Look, I totally disagree. Our marriage is perfect. We aren't. Our marriage is perfect. We are not perfect. That's the only thing that stands between perfection, really, is us. God made marriage, so it has to be good. It has to be perfect. We bring the mess into the marriage. I.e., that's why we wasn't friends. And I could sit here and I could blame everything on her. But it's both ways. It is both ways. But that is why my wife had to wait 16 years to hear me actually say that she's my best friend.
Yeah, I mean,
Because really, when the Bible says you should cleave, that means you shouldn't be going outside of who you too. So that is really where the friendship starts. I told wholeheartedly agree that we should have been friends a whole lot sooner, but it was just things that
No, you should have been my friend a whole lot sooner.
I said we should have been friends.
I was your friend. You just wasn't me and mine.
Now see, you know what? See, she the kind of friend. You know, this thing. You ain't gonna be my friend on your terms.
But I was still being your friend.
Yeah, you are my friend.
I was still being your friend.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you felt, and
Yeah.
you had to, heal from some things that had happened.
Yeah.
So, but I always tell him, I was the cause, but I'm also the cure now. 1, 2, 3. All eyes.
You know what? She the cause and the cure about like taking castor oil. You know, castor oil it'll cure you, but every time you burp, you understand what the cause for.
Mm-hmm.
That was she the cause.
I'm the cause and the cure. Okay. You know,
So, and
SWV said it best.
No, SWV, all of them screwed up. Don't use them. But I will say this, because of our transparency and who we are, a lot of people, I'm gonna use their words and not ours, so people don't think we're being conceited over here. But a lot of people have said you all are a model example of getting through things. It is. It starts with the individuals. If you want to make it, you can make it. And I'm telling y'all, I had to look at my wife as a human being. Look, I ain't no Boy Scout. If I had to throw her under the bus, I'm probably be the one driving the bus.
No,
but I'd be on the back of the bus too.
We don't do buses. There ain't no bus.
That's good.
Hey, I'm the old one. I am on. What did I say the other? What did I do the other day, baby? Why I came back so fast?
Yeah, you've been on it.
I've been on one.
Her common sense is coming through,
baby.
I'm telling y'all,
this
is what we do. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you're out there right now, if you're in a relationship or a marriage that you all going through some rocky times, if y'all allow those rocky times to redefine you, and you all learn how to do it again, do it over with each other, man, it's one of the best things you could ever do in your marriage. Because you understand this, you start learning how to love a flawed person and love them back to life. If you can do that, man, the sky's the limit. But you as an individual, you have to want to change.
Yeah. You
have to want to do things differently.
Oh, it ain't gonna happen again. Oh no, you can. No.
Well, and this is the thing. It could happen again. It could happen again with someone else. It could happen again with the next person you get with, or the next person you get with. It could happen. Mm-hmm. I think that's what's the beauty. That is one of the beauties and the fears of love. Love is really just, love is really almost like a fallacy. Fallacy, I think. Because what do I love? Do I love what you do for me, or do I love you? Because a lot of times we love people for what they can do for us or what they bring to the table.
I think you love both, but I think what we have is so much more than just love.
That's where I'm going.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm going. Love is something that you can bring to the table. That probably get you to the table. But love ain't what keeps you at this table.
Click it. Yeah. Clock it. Clock it. I do this click it, clock it thing. You know what I mean.
You get it. You know what?
Yeah, but that's real though. It's not what keeps you at the table.
No. Love may get you there because you may love what this person does for you, what they make you feel. But okay, when did they start doing something to make you feel opposite of what they used to make you feel? Do you not? Do you still not love them? Now where's love?
Mhm.
That's why I would take. I don't need you to be loved. I don't need. That's why I used to always tell her when we were coming out of our dark place. I don't need you to love me. I need you to be committed to me.
Yeah.
I need you to be committed to this. This is what we signed up for.
I need you to be honest with me. I need you to trust
I
me.
need you to be honest with
I need
yourself.
you to compromise. I need you. Correct. In order to be honest with him, I had to be honest with myself, and that goes for anybody. In order to be honest, you got to first be honest with you.
And one thing I had to come to grips with, what she did had nothing to do with me. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all a decision that I made. Yep. So we'll tell you from now to next year that we put the work in. We had to put the work in if this is what we wanted, and this is what we wanted. But people say if it what if it happened again, it would. And I can hands down say that would never happen again. I'm too valuable. Let me tell y'all why. I'm too valuable because if I gave anybody an inkling of an interest and played around with that, and I ain't trying to boost myself up. I'm not.
That's when you probably finna boost yourself
I swear.
up. Whenever they lead off with that, they probably finna boost themselves up.
They would be hitting Joaquin up like, dude, like, because they, no. And the same with him. Ain't no woman. Joaquin cannot give in. I'm telling you, because she's going to be ringing my phone. She's going to be like, listen, this is the conversation I had with your husband, and he gave me the time of day. But I'm going to tell you, I will be able to tell her this. He is not going to treat you how he treat me. Sorry. We are not the same. Girl, we are not the same. And that's exactly how I would approach it. I don't know. I have that confidence in my marriage. I have that confidence in me and Joaquin that's not what we're about.
What's that?
We're not about that. I mean, we have everything that we need right here.
Oh, the verdict is out on me. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna get her back yet. I ain't made up my mind yet.
You're terrible. You really are. Oh, see, this is just like last week when you you're talking at the side of your neck. No. Let it go.
I'm talking about
the side of it. I mean,
hey, when I tell you too much to lose, I'm gonna tell you something. And let me tell y'all this. We're gonna do this next week. This is what we're gonna do. Next week we're gonna talk about transparency, going through things and transparency. That's what we're gonna talk about next week.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you how transparent we are. We've had this discussion with our 15 and 12-year-old when they were like 13 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look. Y'all finna sit and stop looking at y'all mom like she's a princess, like she's just perfect. Now let me tell you about this broken health. Broke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I jokingly say that, but it's too valuable, man.
Yeah, it's way too valuable.
What we've set up for the next generations of our family far supersedes, and I don't say this bragging, far supersedes the generations that we come from. And I ain't got time for play. I want my kids. I didn't come from a healthy marriage childhood wise. Watching my father cheat on my mom, beat on my mom, being physically, verbally, mentally abusive for my mom. So for me to come from what I come from, witness what I witnessed, and to walk in integrity the way I walk with my wife, never cheating on my wife, never stepping outside of our marriage. Man, look, I ain't got time for that. I've already overcome.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And that's what I go through. That's a picture. That is a picture and example of my life right there. You think you're stuck in a mixer? You think you're stuck in a mixer? And this helper, boy, I tell you the truth. Hey, but this is the thing. This is the real you get from us when we come speak to people. When I speak to youth, when I speak to America, when I speak to men, I ain't got time to play around with y'all. But my purpose is on point, and life is too short. Too short. We can make all the excuses we want to, and we can blame the other person all we want to. But when we go look in the mirror and say, "Look, what do I need to do to be who I need to be, so other people can be who they need to be?" That's it. That's true. That is true. She better hold on to me.
Listen, so my brother, I'll tell y'all.
Who's Tabitha Chance?
Huh?
Tabitha Chance. Oh, Tabitha Chance. Y'all reach out to Tabitha and Chance, tell them to get us on the show.
Anyway,
That's what they say.
so let me tell y'all. So I took my youngest brother has a my youngest brother loves to drink. Okay, he loves his beers, and he'll have a mixed drink every now and then. Like, we love to be in the presence of my brother when he's had a beer or two.
If he don't have to drive, I'll buy him a 6-pack because I love the truth that comes out of his mouth.
Okay, like I'm telling you, that liquid courage comes out of my brother's mouth. Okay, so we had gone out to dinner recently, and we go to the restaurant. We leave the restaurant, and he said, "Stacy, I left the bar sober." I said, "Timothy, we was at a salad bar, baby."
You ignorant. I swear to God, I hate when y'all get together. Timothy, because you out there.
I said, "Baby, we was at a salad bar." There was no way you were gonna get drunk anyway.
You know what I was going to say? You know what my dumb behind was going to say?
What?
I was about to say, I'm proud of Timothy. I hate you. I'm telling y'all, this is non-stop. Non-stop, y'all. Hey, Betsy, I can't pronounce your last name, Betsy. She says divorce has become easy to get in these days and age.
Yeah.
Divorce has always been easy to get. But the mindset has changed these days. People look for reasons to get married. My grandparents were married 59 years, 14 kids together. My grandmother used to always say I used to hear her say to my aunts and uncles, she was like, "Y'all go stop having these microwavable marriages. Just because it gets a little hot, you want to jump out." Everybody want to say, "I'm a real woman. I'm a real man." Okay. Marriage has proven that a lot of real people aren't real as they thought they were. Those are facts. Because as soon as it gets tough, your realness shows up.
Yeah. So I got one more for y'all. So if you know a man, okay, if you know a guy, and he could be like a little teenager or something, I want you guys to teach them something, okay? Like, serious. I want y'all to teach them something. You know a young man or an older man, and he has no car, okay? He out here walking, okay? Because he ain't got no car. But he want to go around telling everybody business. You know what y'all call him? I ain't not walking talking.
Hey, get out. Go to bed. Because he walking and talking.
He walking and talking. Okay? I'm gonna be like, listen, you out here walking and talking about everybody's business. I ain't not walking talking.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I swear to God, I'm putting her in the bed.
Somebody said, I've been waiting all night.
I'm gonna put her in the bed, y'all. It's past her bedtime. You stupid, you know that. I swear to
I ain't
God.
walking talking.
Next person I say gospel, and I'm like, I ain't walking talking.
Okay, walking talking.
You're ignorant, man.
Lord have
This
mercy.
that mess, y'all. Hey, we do have some tight midsection.
What you gonna do?
Go put it in the bed. There's another.
Put me in the bed.
See, this is the key. Me and y'all know this. If I gotta get her while she up like this, because she lay her head on that pillow.
Done.
She a knuckle.
And what they call it? Hold on. It's like you say, what's the toy on Toy Story?
No. Here comes
Y'all, what did they say?
What's the on Toy Story when the toys fall? I just
Yes.
Andy. Yeah, there's Andy.
That's Andy. That's me. That's me. Andy's coming.
I walk back in the room like, Andy came in here.
I know she's asleep already.
You mean to wake up?
Gina Bina, it was nice having you on tonight. Miss Mansfield, thank y'all so much for coming in. Everybody, thank y'all so much for coming in tonight. I'm about to go and do an Andy Boo and call it a night. We love you with the love of Christ. We will see you guys next week.
Hey.
Have a blessed one.
Y'all know how we always get up out of here. We love you.
We love you with the love of Christ and with the hoo-dee-hoo!
And bloop bloop. See y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Next time. Walkie talkie.
Yes, walkie talkie.
Yeah, walkie talkie.